Kxo 732 on this finally a Friday morning. Somebody who spends a lot of time on the roof, my buddy Gene Brister. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
You're always checking on the air conditioner, aren't you?
Checking on the air conditioner?
Well, you're the guy that is assigned to go up on the roof and check on the air conditioner when it's broke.
Yeah. So we don't need to do that.
That's your job. No, we don't want to do that for a long time. I think we got a couple of weeks to go where we need the air conditioner.
Just a couple, you think?
I think we got, we're supposed to start cooling down at the end of next week.
Mm-hmm.
Start cooling down. That means we're going to be down to around 105.
Yeah. Well, for those of us that live here,
that's cool.
That's cool. That's something.
That is a lot more than it's got better than it's going to be this weekend. We got an excessive heat warning Sunday and Monday.
I was going to say, isn't it Sunday and Monday?
Yeah, it's going to be warm again.
Wow.
Oh, we do that. Don't we fluctuate for a while?
Do. When we start, that means, we're headed in the right direction.
We get hot and cold, then it's cold.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's ever cold, but it'll cool down.
More comfortable.
There you go. That's the best way to describe our weather.
Yeah.
Because we don't need.
But I was surprised this morning, and if you are listening and haven't walked outside, I think you'll be pleased. There's not nearly as much humidity in the air.
Actually, 63%.
Really? It doesn't feel that way.
Well, compared to 75 and 80, that's really good.
Yeah. Well, there's another way, strange as it might be to those listening, but we look forward to those days. Yeah,
it's usually August, and since the climate is situating where we get different every year, it seems to extend more. So we're still Augusty. The weather.
Augusty?
Yeah.
Okay.
August is extreme heat and a lot of humidity, which makes the heat miserable.
Yeah, usually that way. I'm going to make a note of that, though.
Okay. And we got to look for the birds. Bruce Kuhn will be calling pretty soon.
Yeah, for the birds out in the field.
Yeah,
the arrival of the seagulls?
He's a bird watcher, yeah.
Yeah. He's I wonder if he's a member of the Autobahn.
He may be president. You don't know.
That could be.
Don't know what Bruce is doing nowadays.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
I haven't either. I've seen him on Facebook every now and then. He'll comment on something, but usually a historical note.
Did you say hysterical or historical?
Historical.
Okay.
Normally he will call me in the morning with a hysterical joke, usually a joke that cannot be repeated on the air, but absolutely funny. And the guy has a great sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy. I've known Bruce for years.
But he hasn't called you lately.
Not lately, no. I don't know if we've run out of jokes or he just got tired of calling me.
He's rational.
I don't know. I met Bruce. I was walking. My car had run out of gas, and I was walking alongside the road, and Bruce picked me up and took me home.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's how we met.
I'll be darned.
I had no idea he was an IID director. This was years and years ago.
Well, that's
my buddy Bruce. Good man, very good man. Contrary to what a lot of people say, he's a good man. Anyway, are you ready for the birthdays? We got Friday birthdays.
We better get into those big shot birthdays.
Big shot birthdays, and then the regular people. I've got my daughter on that list.
The real guys and gals.
Okay, yeah, they're coming up later. Right now, we got the stargazers. Actor Philip Baker Hall. He was in Bruce Almighty and The Insider. He is 90 years old today. I don't think I've ever heard of Bruce, but anyway, actor Greg Molovey. He was on Mary Hartman. I do remember him. He's 88 today. Tom Ligon of Oz and Another World is 81. Danny Hutton of the Three Dog Night, 79 years old today. We remember Danny.
I do. We had visited with Danny.
Yeah.
Here in the valley.
I saw him a couple of times. They were in concert.
Yeah.
When it was the Two Dog Night.
Yeah. Two dog filling in for three.
The other guy was not available. Singer Jose Feliciano. We've all heard of him. He's 76. Actor Judy Geeson She was in Mad About You. She's 73. Guitarist Joe Perry of Aerosmith. We got some real big shots here. He's 71. Joe Perry is 71 today. Amy Irving, who was, wasn't she married to the Spielberg for a while? She's 68. Clark Johnson was in Homicide, Life on the Street. He's 67. Colin Firth, I'm sorry. He's 61. Sean O'Brien of The Princess Diaries, which is a great movie, is 58. If you haven't seen that one, Gene, I know you're not a big film buff. You got to watch that one. That's a good movie.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
It's hilarious. Director Guy Ritchie, he used to be married to Madonna. He is 53, which means he's much younger than Madonna. Ryan Felipe, he was married to the other famous lady, Reese Witherspoon. He's 47. We have Matthew Followill of Kings of Leon, 37. That's a group, I think.
I think you're right.
I don't remember hearing
I don't remember.
I know we used to play some of their music on the FM, but I don't remember hearing it. Anyway, we've got the local people coming up next. There's a bunch of them.
Kxo AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person, and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alex Pitones, Mike Collar, Christina Diaz, Rob Wendell, Ruben Rascon, Alexandra Flores, Angel German, Brisa Davila, Gabriela Vaca, Rudy Vallejo, Christina de Izaguirre, my daughter, Daniela, Yvonne Olag, Inda Hayes, Janet Galvan, Kelsey Schumard, Luz Madrigal, Margaret Vela, Salvador Gonzalez, Maria Vasquez, David McShann, Moses De Leon, Raquel Garcia, Dick Waddell, Sarita Hernandez, Margot Ruiz, Teresa Gonzalez, Maya Medosinka, and Darren Statton. Happy birthday to every single one. And that takes us right to the World in California News headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Tomorrow marks 20 years since 9/11, triggering the war in Afghanistan. CBS News national security contributor Michael Morrell says al-Qaeda could once again grow in strength.
I am highly confident that the Taliban will allow al-Qaeda to have safe haven in Afghanistan.
President Biden laid out new rules for vaccinations, requiring all large companies to mandate immunizations or offer weekly testing. Several Republican governors say they'll take legal action, including Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
The best way to do it is for people that are closest to the decision and closest to the decision makers to be making these decisions.
The Biden administration is suing Texas over its new abortion law. CBS correspondent Omar Villafranca reports.
The Supreme Court recently declined to block the law, but that ruling didn't address its constitutionality, which is what a federal judge will decide in this suit.
CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The Los Angeles School Board approves plans to require all students 12 and older to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 if they want to attend classes in person. School Board President Kelly Gagnez.
We know that if we want to keep our schools safe and open for students to learn and thrive, this is a necessary step, and vaccinations are the single best way to protect our students individually and collectively from the threat of COVID-19.
Proposal passing unanimously. All students 12 and older will have to get their first vaccine no later than November 21st. Key indicators showing California's drought is getting really bad. The state's biggest reservoirs way below where their levels should be, and they're cooling with the Pacific Institute.
This is a tremendously severe drought. I mean, and it's on the tail of another previously very severe drought.
94% of the state in severe drought conditions, 88% in extreme drought where water is inadequate for agriculture, wildlife, and urban needs. Rain overnight in Sacramento, high near 90 today. Rain upper 60s at Lake Tahoe. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
High school football returns to AM 1230. Join Carroll Buckley and John Triffle as they bring you the action of the Central Spartans and the Southwest Eagles. John and Carroll will feature the best matchup weekly on Kxo AM 1230 and on the Kxo YouTube channel. High school football is brought to you by
Imperial Valley College, Sam's Auto Body in El Centro, McNeese Mart, the original Town Pump and Brownie's Diner in Brawley.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley, in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue right next to Food for Less. With page one of the local news, here is Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, the first update is available following the long weekend. Here's the numbers with George Gale.
COVID numbers decrease, actually. County Public Health released the first COVID numbers since the Labor Day weekend. It had been feared the 3-day weekend would see an increase in the number of active cases of the coronavirus. The initial report finds the numbers have actually decreased. According to the number released Thursday, the active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County now at 280, down from 350 reported before the Labor Day weekend. These numbers could change, however, since the virus does incubate for a few days before being detected. Deaths attributed to the virus are now at 751. There are 27 Imperial County residents, patients hospitalized in Imperial County. 7 of those are in intensive care. State tier metrics for Imperial County indicate the positivity rate, 7-day average, is now at 11.9%. New cases per day per 100,000 population is at 18.60. Total vaccine doses administered in Imperial County now at 243,148. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
At 7 a.m. yesterday morning, the Calexico Police Department conducted 5 simultaneous high-risk entry search warrants with the assistance of the local and federal law enforcement agencies. 5 out of the 6 subjects wanted were arrested, and their residences were searched for evidence. 1 subject is still outstanding, and they're actively searching for him. Calexico police officers started this case due to the homicide in Calexico during the early hours of July 4th. The subjects arrested, intimidated, and assaulted witnesses to the homicide case. During the investigation, the subjects also were linked to human trafficking, drug smuggling, gun, and other serious crimes. KXO News Time, 7:46.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center is ready to take care of your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC service, alignments, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, 9/11 is this Saturday. George Gale has the story.
It marks the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attack on the Twin Towers at the World Trade Center. Memorial ceremonies have been held every year following the attack on September 11, 2001. Locally, 2 ceremonies will be held today. Imperial Valley College Memorial Ceremony will begin at 8:30 this morning at the main entrance to the college. El Centro Regional Medical Center will host their remembrance ceremony to commemorate the 20th anniversary of 9/11. That'll be held at 10 a.m. this morning at the main entrance to the hospital on Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Public is encouraged to attend either or both of those ceremonies. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro Regional Medical Center sponsored blood drive will continue today. Appointments are being accepted. The drive will be held in conference rooms 1 and 2 at 1271 Ross Avenue in El Centro from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. today. To make an appointment, call 1-800-879-4484. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less, and in Brawley on Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Creamy nut butter makes it delightfully sweet. Roasted nuts make it perfectly salty. Get 2 great tastes in one delicious bar. Enjoy a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut bar today.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get free delivery when you order on our app through September 14th. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
Your nose is the body's air filter, the first line of defense against airborne allergens, bacteria, and viruses. You wash your hands to protect your health. Now you can clean your nose with Navage. Online at Navage.com. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
And it is now page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your health, life, auto, or home insurance needs. With page 2 of the local news, here again is Gene.
Another gang member caught re-entering the United States. Here's more on that story.
El Centro Sector Border Patrol agents made the arrest. The agents were working out of the Kxo station when they encountered the man just moments after he illegally entered the country. During a records check, the man was identified as 42-year-old Luis Ramon Maradiaga, a Nicaraguan national. It also revealed the man was a documented member of the MS-13 gang with multiple re-entry after deportations. He was processed for another illegal re-entry. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Construction crews will close a 1-mile section of northbound and southbound State Route 115 from Grape Road to Tolan Road in the city of Holtville. That will be through Sunday, 5:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. It'll be closed for pavement work, according to Caltrans. One-way traffic control will be provided with no alternate detours. The work is part of the pavement rehabilitation project on State Route 115 from Evan Hughes Highway to Tolan Road. The project includes new paving, pavement seal coat, and new thermoplastic striping. Work began in mid-July and is expected to be completed at the end of September. Well, a body found earlier this month, it has been identified. George Gale filed this story.
The body was found by hikers near Jacumba. Medical examiner's office in San Diego has identified that body as that of the man reported missing in July. Derek Barge had been staying at a resort near Jacumba when he went missing. 40-year-old Barge is a world-renowned physicist living in La Jolla. He was on his way to visit relatives in Arizona. He decided to spend the night at the resort before continuing with his trip. He apparently went for a hike on the night he disappeared. Body was found off the trail. Cause of death has not yet been determined. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's George Gale with the weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 109 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 82. National Weather Service says there is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies today. Highs right near 108. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 83. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny skies. Highs right near 107. South to southeast winds 5 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear skies. Overnight lows around 84. Sunday and Monday, excessive heat warning is in effect. And right now, we are looking at 84 degrees, 63% the relative humidity. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to be happy, live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to celebrate whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's make time for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. Everything you need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
And it's time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. High school football, that's tonight. It's Friday Night Lights. The featured games on KXO this week. Tonight, Mickey Dale and George Grijalva will bring you the Imperial Tigers hosting the Valley Center Jaguars. Again, that's tonight. You can listen to the game live on AM 1230 and on the internet at KXORadio.com. The other game will be tomorrow night. John Driffel and Jared Anchondo will bring you the Southwest Eagles and Copa Kings. That game on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Pre-game starts at 6:45 p.m. on Saturday. Other games today, Central will play at Vista. The Holtville Vikings will play Maranatha. Calipatria has the bye. Vincent Memorial will be at Castle Park. Calexico plays Yuma. Palo Verde goes against Morris, and Brawley will go against Cibola. NFL action, we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And the NFL got underway yesterday. It was the Buccaneers defeating the Cowboys 31-29. Games that you will hear this weekend on KXO. Sunday football at 4:30 p.m. on AM 1230. Bears taking on the Rams. Monday night football, 4:45 p.m. on FM 107.5, your Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. Raiders will go against the Ravens. And at the U.S. Open, it's going to be an all-teenage female final. Emma Raducanu and Leila Fernandez. They are both teenagers. One's 18, one's 19. They will face off in the U.S. Open all unseeded final. It's a historical event. The men's final will be determined this afternoon. You've been listening to Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And it's time for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Wall Street's main indexes opened higher on Friday this morning as signs of an easing in tensions between the United States and China added to a recent data that soothed fears of a slowdown in the economic recovery. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 70.21 points, or 0.20% at the open to 34,949.59. S&P 500 opened higher by 13.64 points, or 0.30% at 4506.92, while the index in a NASDAQ composite gained 84.66 points, or 0.56% to 15,332.92 at the opening bell.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Yeah, it's going to be mostly sunny today. Highs right near 108. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's it. That's your financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security Services. It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
Well, we all know if school here and implement safety measures like vaccinations, testing, masking, then children can be safe in schools.
He invited students in attendance today to visit the White House once they're all vaccinated.
We'll be out in the Rose Garden or out in the back there and maybe let you fly the helicopters or not. I'm only joking about that.
The reaction's been swift to Mr. Biden's aggressive stance on vaccines. James Chavez works for a Denver telecommunications company. He backs the president's proposals.
You know, if you don't have the vaccination, you need to get on board with everybody and get tested.
This morning, President Biden chided some Republican governors, including Arizona's Doug Ducey, who called his push for vaccination an overreach.
How many businesses are going to lose employees? How many schools are going to be shut down? How many of these companies are going to be fined?
The Republican National Committee says it will sue. The president's ordered the TSA to begin doubling fines today for airline passengers who refuse to wear masks. First offenders will have to pay as much as $1,000. Repeat offenders up to $3,000. A A new poll finds the Delta variant is putting people off travel. 74% surveyed say it's impacted their plans. Willis Orlando at Scott's Cheap Flight says it's likely to mean
a lot of great deals down the line because airlines, again, are trying to reconfigure. They're constantly playing this guessing game. What do people want? And with Delta, it's very, very hard to know.
35% say they're not booking new trips. 24% are only flying domestically. Tomorrow marks 20 years since 9/11. With the Taliban now in full control in Afghanistan, experts are worried al-Qaeda will find safe haven there. CBS News national security contributor Michael Morrell says the U.S. needs to use the military to degrade the terror group if necessary.
I worry about al-Shabaab in Somalia. I worry about ISIS in North Africa. I worry about domestic terrorism here. But if we don't do what we need to do in Afghanistan, it will become the single biggest threat again.
A new CBS News poll asked about what's different since that day 20 years ago. CBS News Director of Elections and Surveys, Jennifer DePinto.
Many Americans, about 4 in 10, say their own life has changed in some way after the September 11th attacks, with some changes remaining with them today. Half report feeling some loss of privacy and personal freedoms.
The Dow down 93. This is CBS News.
Today, better nutrition and great taste are more important than ever. That's why Eggland's Best gives you and your family more. And that's healthy news for everyone. Only Eggland's Best.
A new season is the perfect time to change up your look. And luckily, 21 Days of Beauty is happening now at Ulta Beauty. Snag daily beauty steals of 50% off the must-haves from brands like IT Cosmetics and Benefit. And discover new Gotta Have It launches from brands like Jacqueline Cosmetics and Tula. Experience the thrill of finding new faves during beauty's biggest event. But hurry, this event ends September 18th. Shop in-store, online, or try curbside pickup today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Vaccines are not enough, and accurate thermometers are essential for everyone. COVID is once again a major concern, and fever is the key symptom for both the flu and COVID. An accurate thermometer, like the Exergen temporal scanner, is essential to detect fevers early and reliably. Studies have shown that non-contact thermometers are ineffective and therefore dangerous, as they create a false sense of security. Exergen is working with a single focus to ensure that everyone who needs an accurate thermometer can purchase one. Learn more at Exergen.com.
You've heard of the Nobel Prize. What about the Ig Nobles?
You know those stories that begin with the phrase, a new study says? They're a personal pet peeve for me. My late wife used to refer to me as being stuck in study hall when I had to do them. Well, for those who agree with me, there are the Ig Nobles, the spoof awards for the most meaningless research. This year's winners include scientists who looked at whether it's safe to fly a rhinoceros upside down, the grossness of gum stuck to your shoe, and a study that says beards may have been an evolutionary development to protect a man's facial bones from a punch. As the great Casey Stengel used to say, you could look it up. Peter King, CBS News.
ESPN reporter Allison Williams won't be on the sidelines during college football season. She says it's because she decided not to get vaccinated against COVID after consulting with a fertility specialist as she and her husband try for baby number 2. Williams has worked for the company since 2011. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The pandemic's reminded us we live in a sea of airborne germs that can assault us with every breath. Your nose is the body's first line of defense by helping filter out allergens, bacteria, and viruses before they reach your lungs. But like any air filter, the more clogged up it gets, the less it works. So how do you clean your nose? I'm Martin Hoke, and I didn't invent nasal irrigation. The neti pot's been around thousands of years. But I did invent Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to flush out mucus and germs that cause congestion, or worse, can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage has over 70,000 online reviews averaging 4.7 stars because it works and it's easy to use. Go to Navage.com or find Navage at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Now available with eucalyptus for a spa-like experience. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
AM 1230.
I'm George. I'm George.
KXO. 1230.